The cost of higher education continuing to rise and rise. Parents and students are trying to figure out how in the heck we're going to pay for it. So we are live here with a local financial professional, Erik Krom from Clear Creek Advisors, on how to start this conversation. Because, I mean, you've got 3 kids. I have 1. He's only 8 right now.
I hope they're like loans. Well, let's talk about that. Just the cost in and of itself is nearly $100,000 for 4 years of public university.
Yeah, it's average $42,000, I think, right now is the average cost across the country, and some of them are up over 6 figures. So it's definitely gotten out of control.
So, I mean, a lot of people are hoping that loans right now will be forgiven for maybe if you have student debt or you're...
You can't plan on that, though, right?
Right, because we saw what happened last year with the president's massive forgiveness plan, but there is a little bit of forgiveness happening right now.
Yeah, right now they're obviously super polarizing topic, but really they're focused on people who've been paying loans for a really long time. So if you've been paying for over 20 years, some people have paid more in interest than they actually borrowed in the first place, and that's where the kind of the main target and the focus is right now.
So, you know, I think back to when I went to college, and you know, way back in the olden days, and you know, it wasn't affordable, but it was realistic. And now I feel like this is so unrealistic. So a lot of parents are saying, how can I plan to maybe not pay for my kids' college, but have something saved up to help them? What should parents do now if they've got younger kids?
Yeah, I mean, I think just the general rule is get started as early as you can, right? That kind of applies across really anything financially related. But you got to make sure that it's a part of a bigger plan, because college is generally going to come up before retirement. And if you save for college and put off retirement, as you know, compound interest is powerful. You're going to lose that. So in general, you know, you got goals, you got college goals, retirement goals, lifestyle goals, maybe leave money behind. I think the big thing is you got to put them all together. You got to think of everything as one kind of package so you can figure out what you really can put away and start as early as you can.
Well, you know, we always say something is better than nothing. So whether it's $10 or $50 a month, just get started. But there are tools out there, right, to help us say, okay, this is how we can save for our kids' colleges.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them. The ones we focus on, the most popular one most people know about is a 529 plan. Yeah. That's kind of the big one. It's got some restrictions. It does count against your student aid. So that's always one thing you have to think about. And the money in a 529 does have to be used specifically for education costs. So there are some limitations there, but great tax benefits. It grows tax deferred. You can use it tax free. And actually now they do let you roll unused funds into a Roth. There's some limits, but that's a big benefit.
Because I was going to say, what if my kid decides not to go to college? A lot of kids aren't going to college, and maybe they're going to trade schools or going right into a trade. So you can roll that money out of a 529 if you have to. Yeah,
there are some limitations, but it is possible. That's another reason, if you're late to the game especially, a custodial Roth can be a good option. The kids do have to be earning income to use a custodial Roth, but it is something that you can put money away. They can use the contributions for their educational expenses. They can't use growth, but it's kind of a dual benefit, because yes, you're planning for college, but you're also giving them a jump start on saving long term for their retirement.
I'm stressed out. My kid's 8, and I'm like, I got 10 years to figure this out.
Well, but you made a good point. I've heard people say, don't save all your money for your kid's college and not save money for yourself, because they could take a loan out for college. You can't take a loan out for retirement. It's about balancing those two out, right?
Yeah, that's definitely a good point. You can't take a loan for retirement. So, you know, most of us had to do it, and there's ways to do it as most efficiently as you can, ways to get tax benefits. There's college planning with 529s that are Colorado specific, so that can help you with taxes as well. But, you know, it's a monumental expense, and all you can do is just kind of take it one day at a time. Otherwise, it's overwhelming.
You meet with an expert to take the stress out.
Or I go to yoga or something. I don't know.
Find your center. Thank you, Erik, with Clear Creek Advisors. Good to have you. Appreciate that. I know that's not going to, you know, solve all your problems, but maybe it'll guide you towards kind of finding an expert who can kind of help you with all that stuff.
Yeah.